I know that hindi naman ito mangyayari if it's not because God really planned for this. Kasi me and Leia, we haven't connected for quite a long time. So I came, the story kasi I came, just a brief introduction about myself. I came to the States at 20. This was like, hindi ko na sasabihin. When I was 20, and then I worked there. Well, in Cebu, before I left, I'm from Cebu. So before I left Cebu, I already had a salon, and I've been doing I was one of those people na handling beauty queens there, mga nagmamanage ako. And then at the same time, yung mga local artists and models in Cebu. Then of course, alam niyo naman na talagang if you wanted to dream bigger, and my parents were in the States, so kailangan kong sumunod. So, moving forward, nursing kasi that time was very affluent. That time siguro nakita niyo diba ang daming lumalabas ng bansa. So when I got there as parang being in the hair business, parang it was hard to start kasi you have to establish a clientele and you don't know the area. So sabi ko, sige mag-aral na lang ulit ako. I majored psychology in Cebu. Pero matigas kasi talaga ulo ko. Sabi naman ko, mag-nursing kasi when you get here, you're gonna land a job. Eh sabi ko, ayoko kasi hindi ko talaga siya gusto. I didn't know it was that big of an opportunity kasi sa States. Kasi sa Philippines, when you're a nurse, limited siya eh. I mean, sorry happy, but alam naman natin yun, it's very limited. That's why people go out of the country. But there kasi, ang dami talagang opportunities in different aspects. Like siguro, pwede ka sa medical field, pwede ka sa aesthetics, pwede ka sa surgery, pwede ka maging teacher, ano mo yun, ang dami. So I went to do that, and then pagkatapos nun, sabi ko hindi ito ang para sa akin because I was working in the psych facility, and then at the same time sa isang acute facility like a regular hospital. Tapos sabi ko parang hindi ito gusto ko. There is something in me na gusto ko talagang gawin, that is to really make people beautiful. Diba? Kasi yun ako eh, bata pa ako, naglalaro na ako ng mga Barbie, and then siguro nung mga high school ako na yung nag-aayos ng mga school plays namin, yung mga cadet ng mga CAT, pinapagalitan ng mga teacher, wala akong pakialam, basta gagawin ko. So it's really innate. Now, when I got there, sabi ko, you know what, this is what I wanted to do. So I went back again to be licensed for cosmetology at the time. Then after that, I went to have 3 salons in LA. And this time, ito yung kasagsagan ng TFC, mga ASAP, mga kapamilya events. And that's where I met Leia. Kasi sila Casey nagpupunta doon. I was their makeup artist. Ito sila Kinchu. Ayan, ito mo yung inaano ko doon, tinatrabaho when they go there. Kasi I work with TFC in San Francisco. I was parang their makeup artist on the side. And then, nakilala ko din like sila Selena Gomez, sila Kylie Minogue, yung mga nakatrabaho ko. This is the time yung isang napakasikat na Harvey Weinstein. He was one of those producers na natulog na siya diba for something. So he was like my boss that time. So parang every time may mga Oscars, I get to walk the red carpet that time. And then after that, sabi ko, parang hindi na naman ito yung may gusto pa akong gawin because you're very limited when you do hair, when you do makeup, diba? It's very limited. This time, pumutok ang medical spa business. And in fact, dito sa Philippines, ang tagal na talaga niya, diba? Sikat na siya. I mean, we've known doctors dito and estheticians na talagang famous sila all over the world. Ngayon naman, sabi ko, I wanted to do this kasi not because I wanted to compete in that sense, but I wanted to be multifaceted. Doon namin ako yung word na multifaceted. Kasi pag tinitingnan kita, like for example, kung gusto ko yung ayusin yung hair mo, pero yung eyebrows mo, kailangan ko din ayusin. Pero alam mo, dapat meron kang concrete cheekbone or dapat yung skin mo ayusin. Kasi before makeup, alam mo yun, sabi ko, gusto ko siyang gawin. Kasi ang nangyayari kasi, if you work with a doctor or you work with an aesthetic specialist, titignan mo lang, pero hindi mo siya kayang gawin. Licensed ako to do it. So might as well, sabi ko, parang maganda tong idea. So I went to training again. Tapos, well, although, skincare naman is part of what I had already. Pero itong to advance myself in the medical aesthetics is different. But it was an easy job kasi it only took me few mga certifications na. So sabi ko, eto na yun, gagawin ko to. And I think, ang maganda lang doon, kasi meron nga akong aesthetic na eye, di ba? Compared to other people na siguro nahihirapan talaga sila kasi very technical sila. So naging madali sa akin. And then finally, parang sabi ko, okay na ako. Parang I want to go home to the Philippines kasi I want to establish a clinic in Cebu. Kasi that time naman, my brother and I, we started our own development. So we're developing homes in Cebu actually right now. And then when I went to Cebu, I was starting my clients na, clients abroad, pinatawagan ako, pinapapunta nila ako sa condo nila. Well, I was handling the business. Pero natutuwa talaga ako, hinahanap talaga siya ng katawan ko. Tapos sabi ko sa brother ko, okay lang ba? I have to do the aesthetic side. Kasi nabuboard talaga ako doing construction or di ba? Doing construction, tapos nag-i-interior ako ng mga bahay. Kasi like, for example, if we build a house, pinapa-interior din ako ng mga may-ari. Or like, pag may mga model house kami, ako yung nag-interior. Ako din sa sales. So, sabi ko, nabuboard ako, wala akong ginagawa. So, mga pamangkin ko, mga pinsan ko, I cut their hair, tinitreatment ko sila. Tapos sabi ko sa brother ko, okay, since we're doing construction this time, let me just go back to States kasi I like to travel and meet clients. Kasi ako yung taong ayoko ma-curtail sa isang area. Gusto ko yung nag-travel ako and you will know later why. So, sabi ko, something is telling me to go back to Houston kasi I have my cousins there. Nung dumating ako ng Houston, kasi wala na ako sa LA Kumbaga totally nag-move na ako sa Philippines. When I went to Houston, there was a group of clients na talagang bigla lang talaga siyang pumuto na nakita ko because Houston is like this climate. At ang climate doon is talagang mainit na humid and you will see people talaga having skin problems. So, nung pumutok siya, ay Marlo, may ganito, may magpapakonsult ganyan. Bakit po? Kasi ito, yun nga ang problema, may melasma nga yung problema ng mga tao. I mean, in LA, there's a lot of applications and mga siguro aesthetics. Pero sa Houston talaga, it's a lot of mga melasma patients because it's hot, it's humid, di ba? And siguro, hindi masyado ang Filipino na mga kagaya namin na gumagawa ng aesthetics compared sa LA. Kasi sa LA, nagsaan siya, mga artista, Hollywood, everything. So sabi ko, sige, balik ako doon. Now, nung bumalik ako, hanggang first month, second month, third month, hanggang hinay na ako ng isang doctor to partner na with me. He's a plastic surgeon, Dr. Solento. When he already told me na, can you join? Sabi ko, Doc, I really don't have the opportunity to do it now because I'm so busy in the Philippines. I was running the business. I was there for a month lang. Tapos sabi niya, no, just give it a try. It's like marriage. Let's give it a try. I'm a plastic surgeon. We do skincare. Doc, I don't have my license yet. Everything is in California. Alam mo yun, no, you can have it reciprocated. Ayun, naku, ano ba ito? Gagawin ko ba ito? Alam mo yun? Talagang, alam mo yun, it's fate. It's fate talaga. So, sabi ko, sige, try ko. Hanggang, nagtagal na ako doon, hanggang pauwi-uwi na lang ako ng Cebu. Biglang yun na yung naging location ko naman ngayon. And so here comes Leia, sabi niya sa akin, sis, why don't we bring it to Manila? Sabi ko, anong Manila? Hindi ko pwedeng gawin yan sa Manila because there's a lot of, ang daming competition, di ba? There's a lot of doctors and mga big time na mga celebrity doctors. And we know they're very famous, if I don't have to mention it. Pero sabi niya, kasi nga daw, ang dami daw kailangan dito na hindi daw talaga nagagawa. And eto nga yun, we're focusing on melasma because of all the services that we do. I think this is what we need to focus on. At alam naman natin yun, alam nyo, pagkatok nyo lang sa kapitbahay nyo, si Manang may melasma. Diba? Si Nanay, si Tita may melasma. And yet, we don't realize na ang pinofocus namin as mga medical aesthetics is always surgery ng ilong, it's always liposuction, it's always fixing the jawline. Pero nakalimutan natin na ang most of the masses are only focusing on skin lang talaga. Hindi, ang dami kasi, di ba, this is a conservative country, number one, ayaw natin ng surgeries.
Yes.
Diba? Number two, hindi din pumapatok dito ang mga breast augmentation or mga butt implant, di ba? Walang ganun eh. Ang gusto dito magandang balat, hindi nag-makeup, ibang kutis artista, yan ang gusto natin gawin. And so finally, sa States, I was having a hard time dealing with clients kasi with the protocols that I do, they have to come see me in the clinic to do all the treatments, which I still do naman. However, as they leave the clinic, I don't know kung anong ginagawa nila sa bahay kasi even though I send the products, we're still not able to resolve the root of the cause, and that is the skin problem of melasma talaga. So sabi ko, let me come out with a serum. Sabi ko, etong serum na to is ipapagawa natin to, and yet it has to be all natural, that everybody can use it, whether they come to the clinic or they just do it. Although, syempre, if you get treated in the clinic, mas mabilis ang absorption, mas mabilis ang treatment. Siguro, in a matter of, siguro 4 months, talagang mag-fade na ang melasma. If you could go to our Facebook page, Marlo Colina Aesthetics, and the Instagram page, Marlo Colina Aesthetics, and my personal Marlo Colina Facebook and Instagram, you will see our actual results. We don't use models, we use actual clients. So, sabi ko, okay, let me try. So, as soon as the samples came in, when we had it formulated, we had different mga sampling patients, di ba? And then, ang nag-effect talaga is the serum. In fact, I still have the screenshot of that patient. Sabi niya sa akin, Marlo, grabe. I don't know what you did. After you did my microneedling procedure, a day after, nagtuklap siya, tapos nag-fade ang melasma. Talaga, sabi ko. And this only happened like few months ago. Recent lang talaga siya. And then another patient has been complaining. Sabi ko, wala naman nangyayari sa face ko. You've been doing the treatment. It's a third time already. Sabi ko, I'm gonna give you the serum. You give it a try. Next thing you know, nag-fade yung melasma niya. Diba? So, when I came in July, right? So, I gave it a try to the climate here. Kasi hindi naman tayo pwedeng mag-release ka agad hanggang hindi natin natatest ang market. I mean, we're talking about the business side naman of it. Sabi ko, Miss Lee, sabi ko, ipatry natin to. Try natin to sa'yo. Tapos sa ibang mga pasyente, in fact, we have this patient who's very big time. She's actually an account executive of the Senate. We actually have her try it also. Talagang nakita nila, naglighten yung mga skin nila. Parang nag-glow kasi siya the next day. So, ano mapapansin nyo talaga? Mapapansin nyo talaga. It's like magic. Talagang nag-glow siya. And then, so sabi ko, let's give it a try. Tapos sinasabi nila sa akin, napapansin na niya yung mga ibang mga tao. Sabi ko, okay, now we know. Kasi at first, kasi nangangapa kami. Should we do, should we do skin muna? Should we do surgical treatments? Ito mga products ang gagawin natin. Parang ang daming areas eh. Should we do hair na lang kaya? Pero hindi eh, ang daming competition eh. Tapos nung nakita ko yung sa serum, sabi ko, sis, alam mo, mag-focus tayo sa serum kasi this is what people need. And this is what they want. And I think with this pa lang, it will save a lot of money for other people. Kasi nga daw, I mean, of course, when you get a laser treatment or like, I mean, it's good for me, no? Because if I do your treatment, we need more, of course. But we are also looking at what about those people na hindi sila nakaka-afford?
Which is a bigger market.
Yeah, which is the market of the Philippines, di ba? So sabi ko, what if yung isang tao hindi niya kaya magbayad ng 20 mil kada treatment? Paano naman yun? We have to reach that market. Although we have a high-end treatment, but we also consider the masses. However, hindi naman siya pang masa ang quality at ang presyo. I mean, not as masa-masa because we're not talking hundreds, we're talking thousands also because we're talking about a US product that is formulated there. It's being imported here in the Philippines. So sabi ko, okay, so let's give it a try. And so sabi niya, why don't we create a blog con and then make an awareness to fight melasma? Because I know it's a very debilitating problem that women or men and women has to cover it up every day. And I know the feeling na, I mean, ang isang foundation, pag bumili ka ng isang mamahaling foundation, nasa 2,000, di ba? O everyday mo yung gagamitin, maubos mo it in 1 month, di ba? This serum is very simple. It's actually few drops lang siya. So it comes in a 1 ounce or a 30 ml bottle, and it can last you from 3 to 6 months.
1 drop.
Yeah, this is 3 to 6 months. It's about 1 or 2 drops. Okay, ilalagay mo lang na, I'll show you later, ilalagay siya sa melasma area. Mas maganda if you apply it all over the face. Pero syempre, sa mga nagba-budget, super budget, sa melasma area. But if you apply it all over your face, you can use it for 3 to 6 months pa rin. Okay, so 1 drop, 2 drops, spread mo lang all over. You don't have to put a lot kasi syempre, ang skin kasi as long as tinamaan na siya, yung vehicle nun, mag-aano na yun. And then if you have questions later, I will answer those questions. So it's all natural ingredient. It's not organic, okay, but it's all natural ingredient. It's 100% all natural. It has, like for example, what are those natural ingredients? Kojic. Kojic is a natural ingredient. Glutathione is a natural ingredient, diba? Licorice is a natural ingredient. No, all natural ingredients siya. Aside from that, we wanted to create a melasma awareness because we wanted people to know na kasi ang alam, hindi ko din alam what people do here, like what other like medical spa does or other skincare people do. Pero this is what I know and I can only speak in behalf of what I know and of what I do. Yun lang. I cannot speak for anyone else. We have a patient in the US. She applied it in her armpit. May nakita ba kayong picture doon?
Yeah. From your IG?
Sa IG ko? Okay, from my IG. Sobrang problema yung armpit niya because she cannot wear sleeveless na daw. So ang ginawa namin, sige try natin sa armpit ko. And when she applied it, after 4 weeks, puti-puti na ang arm niya. So sabi ko, uy, maganda to sa Pilipinas. Kasi, di ba, kung yung armpit mo, ano na kaya yung mukha, di ba? But, let me talk to you about melasma kasi. Melasma kasi is a skin problem. So it's a thickening of the skin and a production of melanocytes in the area that is caused by hormones. At the same time, like yung mga taong nagtitake ng mga hormones ng mga gamot or nag-hormonal imbalance ka, some people reflect it sa pimples, sa skin. Some people naman nagkakaroon naman sila ng melasma. So it can only be controlled, it can only be treated, but there is no cure. At the same time, sunspots. Kasi pag nagbibilan tayo sa araw, di ba? When the body hits kasi the skin, although kung nagda-darken yung skin ngayon, and if you stop going under the sun for several months or years, pagla-lighten siya. Okay? Because once the skin nare-receive niya from the brain na nabuburn yung area, it has to produce natural melanocytes. Good for us, Asians or Filipinos, kasi marami tayong melanocytes sa katawan. But if it happened to be you're somebody German or somebody na Irish na nabilad ka sa araw, cancer ang labas mo, di ba? Or magkakaroon ka ng mabuburn ka. So, ang galing talaga ng Panginoon, di ba? Sa Africa, if they go under the sun, hindi sila nakaka-feel ng mainit at all because they have so much melanin. Okay? I have a patient, he's going through a glutathione therapy right now that I'm doing. Sa kanya, itim siya, she's African-American. Sabi niya talaga, the moment nag-start siya ng glutathione, her skin lightened but she gets more sensitive under the sun. Kasi nag-decrease ang melanocytes. So, pag ginamit natin ng serum, it's very important that we are going to put sunscreen because we are going to be photosensitive. Okay, so we're going to be photosensitive. So the moment the product, it's made of glutathione and kojic acid and alpha-arbutin, meron din siya. But what these bleaching agents do, they convert the tyrosinase inhibitor, they block it. So what is tyrosinase inhibitor? It's an enzyme in our skin na ito yung responsible for the reproduction of the melanocytes. If the skin will suffer from any trauma or from sun or from liver problem or kung mga free radicals. So what it does, it converts it and stops it. It sees it down. So of course, ang tanong natin, what if tumigil ako sa serum? Syempre babalik siya. Lalo na if you go under the sun again. Kasi syempre, magre-rebuild ulit yung melanocytes mo. So, i-control lang siya. So, there is no cure for melasma, but there are treatments for melasma. And one of them is this Picosure, which is a laser or like a machine that you use in your skin. It's a little pricey. Of course, some are lasers, chemical peels, microneedling procedure, but then that is something different naman sa mga services natin with the products. So, and then, ang maganda lang dito sa product na to, or what we are doing here in the Philippines and what I do in the States is, it goes on advocacy. And beginning last year kasi, when I moved to Houston, I met a missionary in Africa. And this missionary, I was at church, and this missionary was praying for children's shed doon sa Africa. Kasi yung church daw nila, wala daw pera. So she's Filipina, but nagbakasyon siya from Africa, and she went to church. So sabi ko, ano po ba yung maitutulong ko sa inyo? Sabi niya, naku anak, sabi niya, bakit mo ako binigyan ng check? Sabi ko, hindi ko alam, pero ang sinabi sa akin, ikaw daw yung taga-Africa na kaibigan ni Ate Gloria, yung friend ko. Sabi ko, ano po yung maitutulong? Sabi niya, itong binigay mo sa akin na pera is the exact amount what I prayed for when I was inside the church. Sabi ko, bakit po? Sabi niya, kasi ito yung gagamitin namin for the children's ministry. Kasi daw, for 1 year, nagpipray daw yung buong church, wala daw talaga nagbibigay. And then from then, in February this year, I went to Malawi, Africa. We were doing an evangelical missionary trip, and I saw the church. And because from November to February, we started funding the church and rebuilt it. And then dyan na yung pumapasok ng advocacy. Kasi what I realized when the Africa church was finished already, parang nag-sist down yung activity. And then another pastor from Calayan, from Babuyan Island, there's one called Calayan, and his name is Pastor Eric. Actually, he's been messaging me. There is a vision in his mind. Sabi daw niya sa akin na, MC, sabi niya, God has been putting it in my dreams na yung products na pinapakita mo sa amin is lalakas daw siya in the Philippines. Sabi ko, paano nangyari, Pastor? Sabi niya, kasi you're partnering with church, with the Lord, sabi niya. Tapos, bakit, Pastor? Ano ba nangyayari na dyan? We're rebuilding their church now, and then at the same time, nagkaroon na rin sila ng parang training sa kanilang mission there, sa mga missionaries doon. And it's going very well. So, the advocacy comes from something na it has to be spiritual. Kasi, ang nangyayari kasi sa atin, yung mga physical attributes, nauuna kasi talaga dyan is spiritual. So, hindi natin alam na kahit anong ilagay natin sa mukha natin, if we're so broken inside, hindi talaga maano diba? And that's what makes MC Aesthetics holistic. We are a holistic, I would say a holistic team, alam naman ni Miss Leia yun, that when people come into our room and gets treatment, we always share, we always listen to what people need. And ito na, umaaliwalas yung mukha, di ba, nagiging maganda yung pakiramdam, and then siya pinakikita sa, di ba, ano yung pakiramdam mo, yung nakikita sa mukha mo. So, I've been in this business for quite some time, alam ko na yung mga tao, bakit sila pumupunta sa salon or pumupunta doon, nagpapaganda. Pag nagkwento na yan, alam mo, yung asawa ko kasi, alam mo, yung kaibigan ko, naku, di ba, ganun yun. So, you know where it's coming from. So, yun yung pinaka-importante na part na dun sa business namin. Kasi, it's different. We are helping missions and churches and charities. So, hindi siya specific charity lang, like a certain group. Is actually a holistic thing. So, we are also supporting 11. 11 is, I have kasi a nephew who died about a month ago. He committed suicide. This is in Cebu. It was a very famous in Cebu. And after that, we as a family, my cousin actually Claire and Paulo created a website. It's or a Facebook page, which is 11 one soul for one safe. But anyway, it's 11. And what we do is we share to people who are very lost and wanted to commit suicide. So that yun yung advocacy na. So this is also another thing na what MC Aesthetics is supporting. So lumalaki siya, lumalawak siya. And we're not closing doors naman. So kung saan ito papunta, I mean, it's God's plan. Yun lang ang alam ko. So yun, I think that's all I can say.